Okay, so I read a truckload of books this year. Some were mid, some were terrible, some were good, but only a few were top tier. Those ones, we're talking about them today. Anyway, on to better things. These are my top 8 books of the year. I know I said 10. Don't worry, I'm going to give you 10. I just don't own the other 2 books that I loved this year. And I'm just going to talk about them first because I don't own them. First one is The Convenience Store Woman. That one is basically about autonomy. It's about this woman that works in a convenience store and she's very content. She's okay with working in a convenience store. But people around her are like, don't you want something else for your life? Go back to school, get a better job, join a club, join a cult even, do something reasonable. But she's like, no, I want to remain here. Some people found this book very unrealistic, but I think it just shows how a person can actually exist peacefully in a very capitalist world because she took charge of her life and she was very happy. People say it's unrealistic because to not do exactly what society asks you to do means that you end up not being happy. But this book shows that you can do the opposite of everything you've known growing up and be very happy. So I give this book 5 stars. Loved it. The villain in this story, I've never seen somebody as wicked as this woman. I'm not even going to say that this book is like a love triangle thing because I don't think it is, honestly. If I think about it, it's about this man who does not have money, so automatically he's worthless, Abby. So he decides to leave his city to go and make money and come back and marry the girl that he loves. But by the time he makes all that money and he's back in the city, the babe is married. But he's like, you know what, she loved me once, I got her once, I can get her again. He decides to get to her somehow by using her niece that she hates the very existence of this girl. Her niece, Nina, the girl's name is Nina, she's Valerie, the man is Hector. So Hector begins to get very close to Nina, begins to like befriend her. Did I say that they have powers? They do. Telekinesis, I think they do. Nina is like a baby magician, Hector is a Baba magician, like he knows what's up. So she's very excited to be around him and learn from him. From learning from him, she wants to be in between the sheets with him. But Hector is not here for her. Hector is here for her auntie. But her auntie doesn't even want Hector. But that's not the worst part. Her auntie doesn't want Hector and doesn't want Hector to be with anyone else. She wants Hector to die alone, but she won't leave her husband to be with him. The person I felt bad for the most was Nina. She was just caught in between their craziness. This is a romance novel, by the way. The way I'm explaining it might not sound like it is, but it is. And it's a really good one. I wouldn't say it's like a love triangle thing, but it might be. Yellowface. If you want to be upset, read this book. If you want to be angry at the main character, this girl is a thief and she was trying to gaslight me for the entire book. She stole her friend's manuscript. Her friend just died. Her friend is an amazing author. She found a way to get her evil, witchy, musty hands on her friend's manuscript and rewrote the whole thing. Actually, no, she just added to it and then published it and she got popular off her dead friend's work. And she tried to convince me that she wasn't crazy. You will be so pissed. I love this book because it got me thinking. It got my brain cogs wiring. I was just like, this girl is mad. She's you can't trust her. Like, I know you feel like you know her because you're reading her story, but you can't trust her. She will deceive you. She will lie to you. She will spit in your face. Trust me. Next up, we have something sweet in case you just want to get all of this out of the way. We have something is this even sweet? This is not really sweet if I think about it, honestly. Before I Let Go by Kenny Dorian is a second chance romance between these two people that got married, decided that this thing wasn't working, they fell apart, but then while they are apart, they realized, wait, it's like we like each other. It's like that love we said was not there, it's actually there. Let's get back together. A bunch of things did happen for that to happen, but every second chance romance is really heavy because it deals with both people spreading their wings independently, figuring out why it did not work and figuring out themselves and then coming back together. So it's always emotional. I really enjoy this. 5 stars. This book made me support infidelity. This girl was semi-engaged to this boy, the love of her life, the childhood love of her life, but I think she was Igbo. there was a tribalism thing going on, and his dad was like, "You can't marry that babe, she's not from our tribe," and so they had to break up. And so she goes her way, she gets married, he goes his way, doesn't really do anything other than make a lot of money because he's really wealthy. When they meet again, work brings them into the same space. But this woman is married with kids. At some point, I was like, "Auntie, what are you doing? You are married with children." But then, like, there were flashbacks. So going back, reading about their love stories, like, oh, maybe this can work, maybe what's a little cheating. I felt so disgusted with myself, you guys, I'm not going to lie. Daisy Jones and the Six. This book is so dear to my heart. I don't know what to say about this book other than the fact that it is a masterpiece. I loved all the characters, even the ones that were irrelevant, the ones that existed in the corners. I loved all the characters. There's just something about the way TGR writes that I don't know. The infidelity part, though, the emotional cheating parts, I'm not going to lie, it was very irritating, but I could see why. There was a connection. If you don't know what this book is about, but I think you do because it's a very popular book, it's about this very popular rock band that breaks up in the 90s, and now they're doing interviews with the entire bandmates and trying to ask them and figure out why they broke up. And secrets are being spilled, especially between the two main people in the band. A lot happened in this book. Drug abuse, romance, betrayal, a lot. I loved it. I haven't even watched the series. I don't want to. I feel like the series will ruin the book for me, so I won't watch it. But this book is just, it's amazing. They don't have water in their village. They're all dying of thirst. This boy's mother is dying. He says, "You know what? Send me out of this village. Let me go and find water for my mother to drink." The king says, "Are you stupid? You know that everyone that has left the four walls of this village does not come back. There is no water outside." He says, "You are lying. Send me out. My mother is dying. I will not sit in one corner and watch her perish." The king says, "Okay, we will take care of your mother temporarily. You go out there, get water and come back. We wish you good luck." The king feels like this one is just going to go out there and die because nobody has come back. He did come back. The things he found out on this journey were shocking to me. The things that happened to him, the things he saw and heard and did. One thing I must say is that human beings are wicked. The heart of man is very wicked. I feel like if I talk more, I will spoil it. But if you're trying to get out of a reading slump, this is the perfect book for you. 10 out of 10. Ask me what I learned while reading this book. Selfishness. Please be selfish with all your decisions in life. Be selfish about your body, your mind, your soul, everything. Because this woman decided to not be selfish, and the things that happened to her, she conformed to the African society. You're a young girl. What are you going to do inside school? Go and get married, have kids, then you can go to school. It's a lie, yo. It's a lie, and she saw shaggy. It is a lie. That's not true. And at the end of the day, nothing even I don't want to spoil, but this shouldn't deserve the ending she got. And I want to blame him because he was there always pushing her. There's, "I love you." He did love her. But there are some times that love is just so poisonous. Allow me, because he did love her. I can't deny that. He cherished her, but he wasn't what she needed. And he forced his way into her life, and I can't speak too much. 5 stars. Next, we have The Wedding Girl by Sophie Kinsella. I'm so sad. I found out that she had died, like, I think a week ago or so. I don't know. I don't know her, but it felt like I did. I was so sad. So it's about this young girl called Millie. She's like 18 at the time, and she's friends with these two gay people. She's actually in love with one of them, but that plays a very minor role in the entire book. But in order for her friend to stay back in England, a green card in quote, so he can be with his lover, the other guy, she decides to marry him out of the goodness of her heart. Abby? After the whole shenanigans, she's like, "Okay, we've done this, we've gotten your green card, please terminate this marriage license thing." He says, "I'll do that." He doesn't, because they lose contact and do not speak for 10 years. So she moves on with her life and is about to get married, only to realize she's still married and she can't be married twice except she terminates the first marriage. And now that guy and his lover are nowhere to be found. And her husband doesn't know that once upon a time, she married someone just to keep them in the country. The funny part is, I think that all of this would have been resolved easily. But because she's such a dramatic, eccentric character, she kept dragging it out and burying herself deeper and deeper and deeper until the entire thing blew up in her face. And it was like watching one of these telenovelas on Telemundo. I really enjoyed reading this. Last, we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This was my favorite fantasy read for this year. Loved it. The second book, not so much. That was The Ashes and the Star-Crossed King, I think. I don't really care for the second book, honestly, because it got more political in the second book. I like romance with a sprinkle of fantasy and politics. That's what this book was. But the second book was just politics with a sprinkle of romance. Who has time for that? Anyway, what's this book about, you ask me? It's about the adopted daughter of a vampire king. She's human, but her daddy is a vampire. And so who will take her seriously? Nobody. And she says, you know what? I'm going to join in on this very devilish, very hard, very demonic championship thing. Yeah, hold on. Yes, tournament. I'm going to join and I'm going to win. I'm going to prove myself. I don't know why. She didn't need to, but said she was going to because people were making fun of her. She needed to prove herself or something. So she joins this very terrible, deadly tournament that is held by the goddess of death herself. She goes through a lot, and she also falls in love. But she goes through a lot, but she also falls in love. So, and the person she falls in love with is someone that she's not even supposed to look at twice because he's out to kill her father. I would not say it's enemies to lovers. They like to lie. It's not enemies to lovers. He is her father's enemy. To her, he's really nobody. He's irrelevant. But like, who falls in love with their father's worst enemy? Someone that's out to take her father's crown. Oriah. Her name is Oriah. A lot happens. I can't tell you what because it's just spoiling the book. But ladies and gentlemen, these are the 8 amazing books I read this year. I'm very grateful for them. The rest were good. Some were good. Some were But yeah, anywho, if you got to this part of the video, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And hopefully, I see you in the next video. Toodaloo.